I'm just sitting here talking to my babies, Everett and Esteban. Oh, I miss my babies so much. They were so little. This is it's just it's really hard, really, really, really hard. And like I tell them everything, and they were just babies, but they know. God, they just. I was telling them that I need them, you know. I need my babies. I mean, God is my guide, you know, to get through this, but my babies are my strength, you know. I just love y'all so much, my little angels. I'm just, I'm so heartbroken. I didn't get to bring my little kings home. It's just so hard. I just tell them every day they mean the world to me. They always will. And I'm writing them a song, but I can't seem to finish it. I just keep going backwards, singing in my head. I haven't even put the pen to the paper. Just I'll start it and then I don't finish it. I just my babies have changed me for the better, you know. Made me such a better person and just made me stronger. So I know I'm strong enough to get through this. It's just God, being a mom is a whole nother love. It's not like a relationship type of love. It's like I mean, you literally would do anything. Anything. Yeah. Yeah. like, like murder somebody for your babies, you know? Yeah. Mm. One of these days, I want to sit back and when I think about them, just smile, you know? No more tears. It's just over and over and over. No, they mean everything to me, the world. I keep making me think about Tony Braxton. I sang that to him. Both of them mean so much to me. And when Esteban passed away, I didn't know how to take it. I didn't know what to do. I'm like torn in the space between trying to grieve for one baby or trying to be so strong for my other baby. I mean, he just couldn't breathe. He just could not breathe. And I just asked all of y'all to pray for my baby and pray for my strength. And I know he didn't make it, but you know what? My babies are watching over me, my little angels. They are, and they are telling me, Mama, you can do this. And I know that I can. It's just so hard. I know that they know I love them more more than I can even express. There are no words, you know. I never knew I could love that hard in my life, you know. This is a deep pain. And for anybody who has lost a child, I know you know what I mean. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. It's so hard. But you know what? I don't feel like I lost them. They're still right here with me. I just wish I could have held them longer and spent more time with them and watched them grow and taught them how to be great little men. But you know, I have a feeling they always gonna be that. They know my intentions. I have to get my feelings out. I hold them in. It doesn't help me at all. I just when I get asked that, how are you feeling, over and over and over again, I can't even. That's a question that can't be answered, you know. God, I appreciate all your prayers and condolences and stuff. And everybody's going through something hard. And I've really overcome a lot. But you know what? The obstacles that hit me, I curve my path and I go another way. And I make another way, you know. This particular obstacle, I could not curve that path. So I feel like I'm at a standstill right now. I feel like, you know, what do I do now? You know. Some people have said, well, you can always have more babies. Sure, of course I can. But that doesn't replace the ones that I lost. I don't think some people realize when you say that. I lost my first son, and a couple people said, well, at least you got another one. It's not the same thing. It's not the same child. And just because I have multiple babies doesn't mean that the other one that I lost didn't make a difference, you know. Some of those things hurt. I hope y'all know that. You probably should think about the things you say before you say something like that to someone who's grieving. Someone very close to me said that. And I'm sure you'll see this. And you'll know that really hurt me. Especially to know that that was also your family member. Yeah. But that's okay. That's all right. Anyways, I express myself because, as most of you know, I have epilepsy. Epilepsy really affects my memory. And so I share my videos and my thoughts and everything using Facebook like a journal so that I could look back and remember. Because what scares me is that I will forget. And I don't want to forget my babies. And I know I never will forget them. But I don't want to forget anything. I don't want to forget their birthdays or their anything about them. They're literally everything to me. Always will be. So soon I'll be getting my tattoos on my little burn wound heart. And the phrase I told you about, burned by the power of love, for my two little kings with some little crowns and their footprints in a butterfly shape. You know, that's the symbol for twins. You know, I'll always be a twin mommy. And yep, their full names: Everett Mason Reed, Estevan Fernell Reed, and that's all over my back. I'm gonna be there for a minute, but that's another way I'll never forget. My little angels, I know they're gonna keep me strong. Because they really are my strength to keep going, and maybe it just wasn't meant for me to care for any babies right now. But I'm gonna always be a mother. That's something I had to realize. That's not gonna go away. It's seriously hard every day to go in their room and see all the stuff that I bought for them, and literally two of everything. And so many people have given me things. Thank you. Giving me things for my babies, you know, wipe warmers and some clothes and a bunch of stuff. So caring. So I really do appreciate it. Obviously, I can't keep all of that stuff. And I'm definitely going to give it to some other people who need it. But some of those things I definitely have to keep. Just for me. Just, I think that would help me, you know. Right now, I got teddy bears and a lot of the stuff just sitting in the crib. My babies are so small. Yeah, the doctors told me I'd probably be in that hospital for months, you know, so they gave me a room in there and I moved in. Yep, I was going to stay by my baby's side, and it didn't matter how long it took, so. That was a very short journey. But I have to say I'm very blessed to have had those special moments with my babies. Something I gotta get a grasp over, that it's not over. That the journey isn't over, which like I expected, you know. I said my pregnancy was only 5 months. I didn't get my maternity pictures and I was sad. But you know what? Got a lot of other pictures that I took on my own. And I didn't realize I had taken so many, but I looked at my phone. I do have those. I have those memories when I was pregnant. And I got a ton of pictures with my babies and videos, and even the hospital. They took some pictures and videos that they put on a flash drive, so I'll have those memories. That makes me happy, genuinely happy, you know. It's just that Lord, it's been a journey. But I know we'll get easier, so hopefully I can finish writing my baby song, both of them, and just, now I've got the hook now, but the words, every time I start to write, I cry. I cry and I stumble, and I don't know how to put it into words what I feel, you know what I mean? It's just, God, I love them so much. My babies. Okay. I mean, obviously, you have preterm labor, and you have such little babies. They were micro preemies. In the hospital, they were kept in a special hallway, just for itty bitty babies in the NICU, And my two babies, they, just one of just a few, because they were right at a pound. Yep. 1.2, and then my other baby came out at 15 ounces, so just under a pound, and it's just so tiny. And I was praying and I was hopeful. And you know what? I just feel like of course it'll get better with time, I know. I don't know. One of these days. You mean the world to me. You are my everything. I swear the only thing that matters to me. Oh, baby, 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 baby. 'Cause you mean so much to me. I hope y'all know. Y'all mean everything to me. I don't know. Lord, I just pray for my strength to get stronger and make it through this. Sometimes I don't feel strong enough, and I'm trying so hard. Lord have mercy. Like I said, I appreciate all your prayers and everything. And I'm just going to ask you to keep me in your prayers. Because this is something hard. I have never been so happy in my life to be pregnant and finally feel like I'm, that I can make such an impact on someone else, too. I felt like I had a special purpose, And that's what's hard to get past, because right now I feel like, what's my purpose? And I know I have a purpose. Well, I haven't found it yet. Yeah. Don't you forget, I'm still a mama. My little doggy, Empress, but she's been distant. Empress. She does not want to be bothered. Probably because I've been staying to myself. I still feed my baby. I just have not been holding her and talking to her and all of that like I usually do. She probably feels neglected. I hope I love my baby. It's just a whole nother type of pain I'm feeling that I just would love for it to just go away. But it don't work like that. What's that song? Look, what Fantasia. You can't get better if it don't hurt. Oh, why, oh, why, oh, why? See me in my next life. 'Cause heartbreak's a teacher, and now I love a little bit deeper. Why, oh why, oh why? It makes a lot of sense. It really won't get better if it don't hurt first. So, I guess I gotta let it hurt first. Even though this pain is very, very difficult. It's very difficult. Lots of people recommended a law support group or I got some information to call. But right now I'm in a state of mind where I just don't want to talk about it again. Maybe it will help. And I keep picking up the phone to call this place, and then I hang it up. Maybe I should give it another try. I don't know. To hear about other people losing theirs, God, that hurts. My heart hurts for them. It's so much. Because the whole journey of being in the NICU and watching your baby. Oh, when I tell you it was hard for me to watch them sticking my sons with those needles. And then they're like, oh, we need another blood transfusion. Or we have to do this and we have to do that. That was so hard to watch. Sometimes I had to just get up and walk out the room. Nobody wants to see that. I don't want to see my babies in pain. It was hard to watch. That's why I know that I can't say I know, but I feel that if they had lived, they probably would have been in a lot of pain. Seeing as Estevan didn't take that blood transfusion very well, and he was bleeding on the inside. And my baby, I couldn't do anything. I'm sorry, Estevan. I wish I could have done something. I did everything that I could do. And then Everett, he lived for 10 days. Estevan only lived for 2 days. My babies were fighting so hard. They really tried. I could tell. They're so tiny. They're really trying. I'm so proud of my babies. Ugh. And Everett's little lungs, they just didn't have enough. They weren't developed enough. They put him on that oscillator. Ugh. I hate that machine. The regular ventilator was not doing the trick. It was not getting the job done. So they put him on an oscillator. And the oscillator it was shaking my baby. That's the same one Estevan was on. And it just gives him more breaths. Faster, But at the same time, when I first saw Estevan on that machine, and I watched it shake his little bitty body, I was like, this is not good, It was not good. And so Everett wasn't on that machine at first. But he wasn't getting better, so they had to put him on here. And I just had to watch it all over again. That same machine shake my other baby. Ugh. But you know what? That was the first night I actually slept in his room I slept on that couch in there. I knew my baby he was going. But that night, that's when I went to that chapel, and then I prayed, and I sang that song, "Let Go and Let God." You know, because my worries isn't going to make it better. It's not going to do anything. You know, I had to be strong. Oh, let go and let God. And that's what I did. I let go and I let God. And I went back to his room and I stayed by his side. And I watched that machine shake my baby. And I still held his little hand and kissed his little feet. And I laid right there all through the night. In the middle of the night, I would grab my glasses and check his monitor, and his levels were going down, but I stayed right there. I already knew, but I stayed right there. 7 o'clock in the morning, I still got up and I pumped some breast milk for my baby, even though I already knew. I felt it in my heart, but I still did my job as a mom. I got up and I held him and I told him Mom was right here. Yep. And then 2.5 hours later, they told me that my baby is not going to live. You know, they said that oscillator was now doing more harm than good for him because his levels just kept dropping, you know. And everybody knows you can't shake a baby. But that machine just shaking his little tiny body, it would cause brain damage. And they told me that it was time for me to let him go. So I said, okay, you can take him off the machine. And I told my baby it's okay, that he'll be all right. He can go be with his brother. But that was so hard to say. And they unhooked my baby and they handed him to me. And I held him. And they just kept checking his heart. And he was still breathing. He still had a heartbeat for a while. And I held him and I sang to him. And I talked to him and he gripped my finger. My baby was still there. Both my babies know that I love them so much. It's just so hard. I stayed in there all day and held my baby. Even after his heart stopped beating, I just held his lifeless body. Ugh. And I gave him a little pacifier. Yeah, I gave him a bath and put his teeny tiny micro preemie diaper on. My baby was just as big as my hand. Both of them were so tiny. And Everett was smaller, he was just longer. He was tall like his dad, but brown eyes like me. But Everett had gray eyes like his dad. That's something. Yeah, I just Even though I cry, my babies bring such a big smile to my face. And so I'm very blessed that I got a chance to know them, even as tiny little babies. 23 weeks old. Well, Everett made it to 24 weeks, and that's a blessing, you know. They just had big personalities to be so tiny. Reminded me of when they were in my stomach, you know. Everett always had a big personality. When I went to the ultrasounds, he was always the one flipping around and hard to find on the monitor, whereas Esteban liked to sleep. And so sometimes when I'm at home, I feel Everett just moving around and flipping and doing gymnastics basically, whereas Everett, I would literally have to tap the right side of my stomach and like, wake up. What are you doing, baby boy? Nothing. And so that's how, when Everett came out first, you know, I laid in that hospital bed upside down trying to keep my other baby in. And when I tell y'all, that baby never moved like that ever through my whole pregnancy. He was always the chill one, Esteban was. He moves all around my stomach looking for his brother. I know that's what he was doing. He started moving from the right side to the left side to the bottom to the top. He was like, what the hell? How I get all this space in here? What's going on? Where's my brother at? Yep. He was looking for him. I should have knew then he wasn't going to stay in there very long, the way he was acting. Because I was rubbing my stomach like, what are you doing? What is going on, man? But, nope, it didn't dawn on me. I just thought, like, what? I don't know. It's the first time I felt that. I mean, I felt it with Everett, but he was only on the left side. He would stay over there flipping, and I would just have to hold that side because he was doing the most. But Esteban, he didn't do all that. But after Everett got out first, Esteban was like, hold up. Something not right here. And, God. It took a minute, but those contractions started hitting. That was 17 hours later, and my baby was like, you know what? I'm not about to stay in this mug by myself. My babies are funny. Yeah. Yep, so the doctors checked me. They felt in there and they like, hold on, this is another placenta bag. And he was breached. His feet were poking through. Like, he was literally trying to kick out of me. Like, to just pop through. I'm glad he didn't, though. Like I said, all them hours later, they left that epidural thing in my back. When I tell you that hurt, God, that shot in my spine. It was literally like, that shit hurt. Ow. Yeah. But I would do it all over again. I promise I would. I would do anything for my babies. Yep. Yeah. But I went into the delivery room again. I was back at it again. But you know, at this time I was better prepared. Because I didn't know what I was doing the first time. They was like, push, and I'm inhaling, exhaling the wrong way to push, and it took several tries. But this time my baby came out in 8 minutes. I pushed him out in the whole sack, and I did that twice. It was amazing. Like, I pushed the whole amniotic sac out, and then it busted in the people's face. The video is hilarious, but I'm so glad I got videos. That's something I'll never forget. Yeah, that was something. The pictures and the videos and the way that lady caught my baby, my first baby, Everett, like a football. Like, she just caught him in the sack, and then the whole thing just busted her face. And my babies came out so slippery, like little lizards or something. Yeah, I know, I'm silly. It just, yep, that was funny. Yeah, And she came to check on me after I gave, after I had Everett, before Esteban came. And she was like, "How are you doing, Essence? How's that?" And I was like, "Oh my God." I literally grabbed her hands and I was looking like, "What are your hands made of, Velcro or something?" She just bust out laughing. She called my baby like a professional football player. Because, I mean, hey, that's what she does. But man, anybody I know would drop that. That was so slippery. I know y'all probably watched this and like, she's crazy. But it's the little bitty moments that still bring me joy. All of it brings me joy, even though it's hard that I don't have them here anymore physically. But my little angels, I know they're gonna help me get stronger. Yep. Yeah, I can get through this. I think I'm a lot stronger than I give myself credit for. But yeah. Anyways, I guess I just had to get my feelings out. Holding it in does not help. It does not help at all. And I gotta finish that song. I gotta write that for my baby's memorial. I did had them both cremated, and it was so hard to sign those papers for the death certificates on my babies. But I'm telling you, I didn't even want to go in that building, but I did it. And like I said, my baby boys, they're my strength, you know. So, and I wanted them cremated because I just want to take them everywhere with me. I'm gonna have them put in some jewelry that I could wear everywhere I go. You know, they're seriously my light. They just won't burn out. So that's what give me the strength to keep pushing. You know. I know with time it will get easier. It's not easy yet. I guess everybody's grief period is definitely different. Yeah. But I have so many great things I can do. So I'm pretty sure my sons are still proud of me. And I know they'll want me to keep pushing, of course. Just keep going. Like, Mama, you got this. Mama got this, babies. It's going to be a journey, though, I'm telling you. It's a hell of a journey. But you know what? Even though I'm afraid to go in my baby's room and like face it and kind of, I literally went in the closet where all of that stuff is. Not just the room, because I got the crib and I got the clothes hanging and all of that, but in the closet where everything is put up, like the breastfeeding stuff and all the stuff, you know. God, twin stroller and all this twin stuff. It's just a constant reminder. But you know what? That's something that I have to deal with. And I think that if I go in there and just, one, separate the things I'm going to keep and things that I'm going to donate or sell or, you know, whatever, depending on what it is, I just, maybe that might help me, even though I've been trying to avoid it, but I'm not going to avoid it anymore. How are my babies? They know I could do this, so Since they believe in me, then I believe in me. So I guess I just want to get back to feeling like myself again. I don't feel like myself, but I will eventually. Eventually. So, yep. Anyways, I just wanted to share. And have to say I feel much better to get it out because I hold a lot of stuff in. And I don't want to do that and just blow up. And then some people have been asking me, like, Essence, what's wrong with you? Like, why are you being such a bitch? Well, you know what? That's how I feel right now. But that's not me. You know, everybody, they're like, you're so sweet and you're innocent. And it's not that, I'm genuine. Absolutely. But consistently asking me how I feel when it changes every 10 minutes, maybe, I can't answer that question. I can't answer it. And I probably won't be able to answer it for a while. I don't know. By the way, this is just coffee, okay? It's not alcohol. I did have me a drink, but I don't drink. I felt like I needed it that day. But you know what? I'm stronger than that. I'm not going to depend on alcohol. That was just some wine, but that's all I got to say, you guys. Thank you. This is my healing. But thank you for listening. Bye, my babies. Well, see you later.